Welcome to the You Two Scare Me podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Felice.
And I'm Andy, and we are coming to you from Key West, Florida.
So, Andy, we went somewhere this week.
Oh my gosh.
Do you want to tell our listeners about our little field trip?
Field trip. You guys, we went to the firehouse, which we went over in an earlier episode, and we went in with low expectations.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be super boring. I really did not. I don't know why I thought that. I just thought
because it's like a small little place.
Yeah.
And it was way more than we bargained for.
Yes.
Let's start in the shed outside.
Yeah. I mean, like 5 minutes into it, I got super scared.
Yeah.
Immediately scared.
Yeah. We were in this shed that houses some old like firefighting equipment basically and stuff like that.
But I don't know if it was a horse, like the horse shed or there's stuff.
There's stuff like from the horses, and there's supposed to be horses buried on the property according to the tour and things like that. So we have an audio tour going, but we stop it because we're like, let's just see what we can find out. We ask some questions.
Well, first we went in there and shut the door behind us, and we were in the complete dark. So that was scary to begin with.
Already spooky. And we had ghost hunting equipment. So we had dowsing rods. We had a K2 meter, which is supposed to detect changes in the electromagnetic field. And then we had one of those really spooky spirit boxes.
Yeah. And we had a temperature gauge, which we didn't really, that didn't do much for us.
Yeah. I mean, we found just little things. But,
But
so we are, picture this, in a dark shed, Felice and Andy. And we start by asking questions like, are you here with us? And the dowsing rods say yes, because before we had gone into the shed, we were like, oh, show us what, yes is, show us what no is, and whatever. So yes. And we say, can you point to where in the room you are? And they both go, whoosh, swing to the right, point to the corner of the room.
Yes.
Meanwhile, the K2 meter is like, red,
in that corner.
And we're like, okay, that's a little spooky. So I say, hey, let's turn on the spirit box.
And I was like, I don't really like that. I didn't want to touch any of that stuff. I didn't touch the dowsing rods either. Andy's like, that's her department.
Felice is like, I'll carry the thermometer.
Yeah.
The temperature gauge.
Yeah.
So we turn on the spirit box, which scans.
It's like frequency. It like hops between frequencies. It sounds like the Transformer Bumblebee, and that's how he talks. It's like he scans different frequencies,
right?
And then, says words or whatever.
So we say, "Are you here?" And the spirit box says, And so now we both get goosebumps. We're pretty.
I was like,
scared. Then it says fire.
It didn't just say fire; it screamed fire. Screamed bloody murder and said fire.
And we were like, oh, okay. And then I think there was like a name or something.
I think so, yeah.
So we're really spooked and we really want to leave, but we're like, okay, let's turn the audio tour back on. We listened to the story, and it was about a firefighter who had an affinity for horses. And it says that the man is frequently spotted in the corner that our dowsing rods just pointed to.
Yeah.
And every time the narration said his name, our meter went red.
Yeah.
Red.
Was it George? Or I think it was George, but I'm not positive about that. But yeah, every time the name was said, that thing went off and we split.
Yeah. We were like, okay, thanks. Yeah.
We were like,
turn off the
thanks
box.
for having us. Check you later.
And then we had to go and take a breather in the courtyard because we were 5 minutes in and already really scared.
Yeah. There's a little video of us on TikTok right after that. If you go check that out.
Yeah, we were freaking out.
Spooked.
Oh my gosh.
So then we go into the museum, and a few stops along the audio tour later, it tells you to climb up into this fire truck. And so Andy climbed up in there and the tour says to say aloud the name, or say Jack Gray, are you here? And she did. And then that little K2 meter kept lighting up and lighting up. Turned on the spirit box, and it said, she said, are you here? And it said, in a way.
And we were like, oh my gosh.
And it said, help. And then we come to find out through the story on the audio that Jack was a 12-year-old boy who died tragically. And he liked playing on the fire truck. And one of his last words were, help me.
So sad. So spooky.
Yeah.
I felt sad though, thinking of him being trapped there. Like,
yeah, me too.
Like something about like children ghosts makes me so sad.
Yeah.
So after that, we proceed to the haunted bathroom.
If you'll recall from our episode, in the haunted bathroom, someone said that they saw someone in the mirror, and the ghost said, it's just me, Frank. I just need the mirror. Like that.
So unfortunately, we did not see anybody who wanted to share the mirror with us.
No.
But we did say, is anyone there? And the dowsing rod say, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And Felice's K2 meter.
Yes.
She will hold that one.
I'll hold that one. I'm like,
lights up red. And then we ask, is it Frank?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, let's start up the spirit box.
And I'm like, do we have to?
So we say hi. And then
the spirit box said, it's hot. And it was so hot in the bathroom.
It was so hot. And we were like, okay, thanks, bye.
Yeah, we were like, gotta go. Then we went upstairs to the area where it was like the bunk room, and also the place where the firefighters would hang out and play poker and stuff like that. This was actually the funniest part. So we had the spirit box going, and there are like a bunch of gear hanging on the walls with photos and people's names. And the box said Cal. And then we looked at one of the pictures, and the firefighter's last name was Callahan. So that was really interesting.
Definitely.
The funniest part was that the box said, hey, pussycat. We were like,
oh.
Whoa. And then they're like, hey, hi.
And so we say hi, and it says like hi again. And then it said, stay.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh.
We don't get a lot of girls up here, maybe. I don't know. And then do you want to tell about Bumfardo?
So Bumfardo, which Felice also talked about during the Firehouse episode, yes. They have a lot of his things there, including his jumpsuit there?
Mm-hmm. I think so. Yeah.
His he was famous for wearing that red jumpsuit. So that was there.
It's kind of hard it's dark in there. So all we had was our little light. So we didn't get a lot of details on every little thing that was in there, but there was a lot of his stuff was there.
Right. Including his desk, his chair. And there's a sign that says you can sit in the chair. So we ask, Bum, are you here? And the spirit box says, yes. And I say, can I sit in your chair? And it says, sit. So I do. And then there's a little business card holder. And it says, take one of Bum's business cards. So I said, can I take one of your business cards? And it says, it's yours.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy. And then we asked, are you still in Key West? No. And then we said, did you escape? And it said, yep. But also that the vibe right there wasn't like a friendly, but like, because at first we tried to talk to him and it was like a little bit not so friendly of a vibe. And then we went back, and then that's when he said to sit in the chair or whatever. But I don't know. I think a lot of people don't get like the friendliest vibe from old Bumfardo.
Yeah. I didn't feel that spooked there. Mm-hmm. I was more scared when we were on the other side and there was some weird stuff happening, and there's kind of like some darker tales on the audio tour about
in that back hallway.
There was like a murder and things like that. And there I felt spooked.
Yeah. It was
like we were leaving and I was like, okay, Felice, you face that way and I'll face this way, and we will make sure nothing comes up on us.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and also the night watchman, I guess you would call him. Yeah. He had a lot of stories. And he was telling us that there were some people there not too long ago, and that this gentleman had gone down the stairs first, and the guest, came down, and then he kind of like fell forward, and he had a look on his face that was like really scared, and he felt like somebody pushed him on the stairs.
Yeah, that's
So that was
spooky.
really scary.
Yeah.
So
So that's just a little bit from our time there. It
Yeah.
was wild.
yeah, I was totally shocked and surprised. I was not expecting
Yeah.
any of that stuff to happen.
No.
So-
Would you go back?
I don't know. Once is enough, maybe.
I
We'll go
100%
somewhere.
would go back.
You would?
Yeah.
We can go somewhere else.
Well, of course we can.
Yeah.
Only if you let me bring all of that
Oh my
equipment.
gosh. I don't know. Wow. Well, in case you were just joining in on the You Two Scare Me fun, we are just two weirdos who love to have a little jump scare every now and then.
We are the weirdos. But don't worry, we have an honest respect for the unseen forces behind the things that go bump in the night.
We definitely like to have a good time, though, so you can expect some laughter during our adventures.
The stories are true.
I mean, we think they're true.
We dive into a range of scary and mysterious topics like spirits, hauntings, ghosts, and maybe one day we will even talk about an alien or two.
Oh, yes.
I'm
We're going
so
to.
scared. No,
we
I'm
finally
so
found
scared.
Andy's threshold for scary stuff. It's aliens. Wow. In the You Two Scare Me podcast, we secretly researched stories to tell each other, and we don't spoil the surprise until we hit record.
Dive into the shadows with us as we bring you haunting tales in this episode of the You Two Scare Me podcast.
Shall we dive in? Today we're stepping into 3 true Key West landmarks: the Old Town Manor, formerly known as the Eaton Lodge, the Audubon House, and the Chelsea House Hotel, which was formerly known as the Delgado Family Mansion. First up is the Old Town Manor, which used to be called Eaton Lodge. Located at 511 Eaton Street, this grand Victorian mansion was built in 1886 by Samuel Otis Johnson, who originally ran a grocery and butcher shop right here in Key West. In the early 20th century, the home transformed when Dr. Richard William Warren moved in. He was Key West's only surgeon at the time, a pioneer of medicine on the island. Dr. Warren wasn't just a doctor, he was a man of many talents. He was also a writer and speaker, often composing speeches late into the night.
What a Renaissance man.
Yeah, I don't know what he was speaking about, but
probably
sure
all the weird
important.
surgeries he was doing.
Oh, maybe he was. His wife Genevieve had a passion for gardening. She went as far as bringing in topsoil from Florida's panhandle to cultivate lush tropical gardens around the manor. Those gardens became her sanctuary, a living work of art filled with fragrant blooms and swaying palms.
Wow.
The house served as both a home and a hub of healing. Dr. Warren conducted medical consultations right here, caring for the community. But the manor's serene appearance hides stories of the unexplained.
Uh-oh.
Over the years, staff and guests have reported strange happenings: flickering lights, cold spots, and unexplained noises. Most notably, the sound of a typewriter clicking in an empty room, often when no one is near. Maybe it's something like
I was going to say, Ernest, is that you?
Some believe this to be Dr. Warren, still hard at work after all these years. Maybe he's writing a speech.
Or like typing up files.
Maybe.
I like the speech better. Sorry.
Yeah. And the spirits aren't limited to just one presence. Paranormal investigators in 2010 picked up EVPs, electronic voice phenomena, with messages like, "Don't touch me,"
Oh, gosh.
and "Go, right now, go," from the garden room.
I got a chill.
Isn't that creepy?
If you heard that, like,
I would go right now.
Yeah. and I'm out.
Sightings of 2 ghostly figures thought to be Dr. Warren and his beloved Genevieve have been reported walking hand in hand among the blooms they once cared for.
Oh, that's sweet.
So whether it's the lingering energy of a dedicated healer, the tender spirit of a gardener, or just the echoes of a house steeped in history, the Old Town Manor continues to fascinate and spook visitors alike.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Can we visit?
That I don't know. I think it's okay, what is it right now? It is I think it's a hotel.
Okay.
Okay. Next, we're heading down to one of the most haunted spots, the Audubon House and Tropical Gardens.
Ooh.
This house has got more than just old walls and creaky floors. It's got secrets and maybe, just maybe, a few spirits lurking in the shadows.
Lurking.
Let's rewind to the 1840s. This grand house was built by Captain John Hewling Geiger, one of the first harbor pilots in Key West. We have a marina and everything.
Mm-hmm. Geiger Key.
Yeah, and a whole key named after him.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of things named after Mr. Geiger. He was a wrecker, salvaging ships that met their doom on the treacherous reefs. It was dangerous work, but it was profitable, as we've heard. Geiger built the house as a lavish home for his family, full of fine furnishings and lush tropical gardens. Here's where it gets a little tangled with legend. You see, the house wasn't built for the famous ornithologist. Do you know what an ornithologist is?
Is that a bird person?
Yes, it is.
Oh, see, ornithologist, kind of like a bonologist.
Yes, almost the same thing. So it wasn't built for the famous ornithologist, John James Audubon, but he did visit Key West in 1832. And while he was here, he sketched the local birds, and it's said that he found inspiration among the trees that would later grace the gardens of the Geiger home. Fast forward a century, and the house was restored and turned into a museum named in his honor.
Oh.
Isn't that cool? He came here, drew a few birds, and he gets a whole museum in his honor.
Man, I wish I could draw.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's get to the part we're all here for, the hauntings.
Ooh.
You see, the Audubon House isn't just a slice of history. It's a hotbed for ghost stories.
Hotbed.
Hotbed. People say they've seen Captain Geiger himself pacing the balconies, watching over his old home. Some even whisper that he's gardening. No, he's not gardening.
He's gardening. We gotta whisper about it.
Some even whisper that he's guarding a treasure, hidden gold from his wrecking days, maybe buried beneath the floorboards.
Let's go look for it.
You want to go dig up the Audubon house? I'm not trying to go to jail.
You know a lot of people. It'll be fine.
I don't know. Plausible deniability. And then there's Lucretia Geiger, the captain's wife. Some visitors claim to feel her presence on the upper floors, a cool breath of air brushing past as if she's still looking after the family. Perhaps the most chilling tales come from the spirits of the Geiger children. Stories tell of a little girl named Hannah said to have died tragically after falling from a tree in the garden.
Oh.
Guests and staff have reported hearing soft laughter, footsteps in empty rooms, and even seeing fleeting shadows on the staircases.
Oh.
And then there's Audubon himself. Though he never lived in the house, some visitors have seen the figure of a tall man in period clothing, often standing in the museum's entryway or among the lush gardens as though he's still admiring the tropical flora he once sketched.
Wow.
Ghost hunters and paranormal investigators have flocked to the Audubon House. Flocked there. Pun intended.
I see what you did there.
Capturing EVPs, sudden cold spots, and mysterious movements of objects. Some say it's one of the most actively haunted places on the island.
Oh, let's go there next.
Yeah, let's do it. Whether you're a believer in ghosts or just love a good story, the Audubon House stands as a bridge between Key West past and present. It's a reminder that history isn't just something we read in books. It's something that lingers in the air, whispers through the walls, and maybe, just maybe, walks the halls at night. I've been there. I didn't feel anything, but it was daytime. I didn't know to look for anything.
I mean, can one go to the Audubon House?
Yeah.
In eventide?
Oh, I don't know about eventide. I'm not sure. Maybe like on a ghost tour. Oh. I don't know. I'm not really sure. But you can go during the day and check it out and check out all the bird paintings and drawings. There's a lot.
The bird.
The
pause on the P. Bird. On the made me a little bit nervous. Sorry. Check out all the bird paintings.
All right. For our last stop, we are heading to the grand old mansion at 709 Truman Avenue. That is now the Chelsea House Hotel.
Oh, okay.
Once upon a time, it was the home of the Delgado family, and it's safe to say not all was well behind those elegant walls.
Oh,
Dun,
never
dun,
is.
dun. Yes, this is a juicy one again.
Oh, I love
Very
juicy.
juicy. Picture this. Late 1800s, Key West, a booming cigar industry, and the Delgado family riding high on the profits of their successful business. Their mansion was a gorgeous Victorian Queen Anne style home, and it stood as a symbol of their wealth and influence in the Cuban American community. It was the place to be, or so it seemed, until something sinister happened.
Ooh.
Mr. Delgado disappeared. He just vanished. Mrs. Delgado claimed he had returned to Cuba, but whispers swirled around town. You're supposed to say.
I'm sorry. I was going to, and then I didn't want to. Okay, wait, go back. Okay, I'll say it.
Mrs. Delgado claimed he had returned to Cuba, but whispers swirled around town. Years later, on her deathbed, Mrs. Delgado confessed to something shocking.
Oh, no.
She said she had murdered her husband and buried his body beneath the front porch.
Beneath the porch?
Like I guess.
That's like a lot of labor there. I was thinking like the backyard. Okay.
No, front porch in full view of everyone. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I will say, despite this confession, no remains were ever found.
Interesting.
The truth was never fully uncovered, leaving behind only questions and perhaps something else. Over the years, guests and staff at the mansion have reported eerie happenings. Many say they've seen the figure of a man roaming the property, a spectral presence believed to be Mr. Delgado himself.
Oh my gosh.
Some claim to catch the scent of cigar smoke wafting through the halls, even in non-smoking areas.
Oh, I mean, that tracks.
Yeah.
They probably hate the non-smoking areas or signs. They're like, what is this trash?
Yeah. And then there's room 018, a hot spot for unexplained events. Guests there have reported everything from shadowy figures to strange sounds and sudden chills.
Oh.
While Chelsea House has embraced its modern role as a boutique hotel, its walls still whisper with the stories of its past. Some say Mr. Delgado's spirit is still searching for justice, or maybe he's just making sure everyone remembers what happened in that grand old house.
Should we go there and like smoke a few cigars? Hang out in room 018?
I don't know. Would you stay there?
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
This doesn't seem like super spooky
No.
or malevolent or anything.
Yeah. Well, have you been to any of these places?
I haven't.
No. Yeah, we got to go check them out.
Let's work on our bucket list of spooky places to visit.
Yeah, let's do it. We have a lot. Gosh. We have a lot that we have to go to.
It keeps growing and growing.
I know.
I wonder which one's gonna like do you in where you just say
like, we're done. I'm thinking La Concha.
Oh,
I think that's the one that's gonna be the scariest. Well, we'll see. You never know. I didn't know what to expect from the Firehouse Museum, and
here we are.
Yeah. So who knows?
But maybe also it'll be kind of like we're easing you into it, and so then you get a higher and higher tolerance for spooky things.
Maybe, and I'll be like, whatever, no big deal.
And you're like,
that thing just flew across the room. Whatever.
Oh, another door slamming.
Lame. Oh my gosh.
Wow. Well, speaking of scary stories, it's time for Somebody Told Me. This story comes to us from one of my good friends, my sweet baby angel, Karen. So, a little background for you, Felice. Karen is a spooky lady, and she has a lot of brushes with spirits and the other side and things like that. So, Karen writes, in the small northwest corner of Connecticut, there is all kind of lore that is passed down through the generations. But as a teenager, the most fun is definitely Dudleytown. Do you know Dudleytown?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you might know because Felice went, ooh.
I'm like, oh, sounds spooky.
It does. Dudleytown. What teen doesn't want to sneak into a town that you are not allowed to legally enter because it's haunted AF.
Oh my gosh. What?
I don't know. There are all kinds of local gossip and stories that are passed down through the years that everyone in our tiny high school knew. Electronics breaking anytime anyone gets too close, pets freaking out and getting spooked, and the eerie silence. I was terrified and didn't want to go anywhere near there. That was until one of my closest friends moved literally next to the property line.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I feel like I've heard snippets of this. Okay.
Okay.
The whole way up the terrifyingly steep mountainside driveway with no visible neighbors, there was an insane amount of "Keep out! You are near Dudleytown" signs.
Whoa.
That's spooky. I still remember the feeling leading up to her house. I would get this crazy pit in my stomach and have this weird sensation that something was watching me nearby. I'd tell myself I'm crazy. It's just local lore that's in my head. It's not real. Her house quickly became the best hangout spot, probably because of how secluded it was, where we would partake in classic high school activities.
Like what?
Probably like some board games.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Uno.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Various forms of Twister.
Yeah.
Lots of weird things happened, but in my brain, everything could be explained away by our dumb high school logic. One night during a party, though, something happened I cannot get over or explain. I went upstairs to use the bathroom. I'm going to be very honest. I was very drunk, like scene double drunk. Karen, I'm shocked. I went to wash my hands and I looked down and the water was red, like blood red. I immediately felt super sober.
Nothing will sober you up like the blood red water.
That's so scary. Okay. That's like horror movie stuff.
Yeah.
I talked myself down from panic. It's an old house. Maybe it's rust. I don't know. I remember feeling scared, but calm. I slowly walked downstairs and went to find my friend. As I went to ask her why her water was red, or if she'd ever seen this before, two of our guy friends who had just left ran back into the house, swinging the door open and yelling, "What's wrong? Are you guys okay?" They said they just heard a blood-curdling scream come from the house like a woman was hurt.
Whoa.
I remember my eyes immediately filling with tears. I am immediately filled with goosebumps and chills.
Oh my gosh.
This is so spooky. There's no way that at the exact time I saw blood red water dripping from the sink, they heard a woman scream. That is unexplainable. I still think about it often and get that same weird feeling in my gut. I have heard so many people telling me it's not real. A few years ago, I brought it up to one of the guys and asked him if he remembers. And he just said, "Oh, I was so high, I don't remember anything from high school."
He blocked it out.
Fair point, but I definitely can't forget it. It still spooks me out to this day.
That is crazy.
Whoa.
You need to write a screenplay because that is so scary.
So spooky, but
yeah.
I have so many questions. Like, one, first of all, those two events are really scary.
Yeah.
But also, what happened in Dudleytown?
That's what I want to know. What happened?
And who put these signs up?
We got to look it up.
Oh my gosh. Let's do it. Let's
that is
look
crazy.
it up. Do you want to take a field trip there?
I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to break the law.
Well, wow.
Really
You are
working on the edge today. Wow.
I know. I'm like, let's dig up the floorboards of the Audubon. Let's go to Dudleytown.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Karen, very spooky.
Yeah.
Like scary spooky. Thanks to all of you for listening to and downloading this episode of the You Two Scare Me podcast.
Listeners, you can help support us by telling everyone that you know about our podcast. Please tell everyone.
Everyone. You can also help us by rating and reviewing us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart, Amazon Music, and wherever you get your podcasts. Remember, it's most helpful to us when our listeners download the episodes.
Download. Thank you. Don't forget to check out our social media. Find us on Instagram at you2scareme_podcast or on our Facebook page, You Two Scare Me. You can even follow us on TikTok. Just search You Two Scare Me Podcast, no spaces.
Remember to send us your own spooky stories like Karen did for our Somebody Told Me segment. We really need some more. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
You can send them in to us at youtwoscaremepodcast@gmail.com. That's YOUTWO scaremepodcast@gmail.com. Also, make sure to check out our super awesome website. There's beautiful, spooky, cool merch. And there's even blog posts about each episode. You can find us at youtwoscaremepodcast.com.
Thanks for wandering through the shadows with us.
Until next time, stay curious and beware what lurks beyond the light.